This is the 9-step framework that we use to scale consultants past 7 figures. You want it for free? Watch this. I hate sugarcoating it, so let's dive straight into this 9-step process and talk about the strategies that you can implement into your consulting business today in order to scale to 7 figures. So step number 1 is one of the most important and slept on steps that I've ever seen, because it is target market research. And no one I see is really going super deep into their target market research, and the ones who do seem to perform much better. And so whenever we take on a new client, we're looking at their target market and we're asking very detailed questions about them so that we can get to know their specific situation and really get to know who their customer avatar is, so that when we develop our scripts and we create our videos and we create all of our advertisements, we can reflect upon the target market simply what we've learned about them through our research. Which takes us directly into step number 2. Once you actually have a good understanding of who your target market is and who your target avatar is, you're going to be able to easily create much better ads, because you'll actually understand who you're talking to and who you're trying to suck into your advertisements. And so the $1 million ad formula that we use is, 1, we have our call outs where we're basically calling out our target market right in the first 3 to 5 seconds of our ad. And then after that, we have our credibility statement, where basically we're putting together at a high level what we've accomplished in our business, so that we can give a quick credibility statement to say something like, we worked with over 250 coaches and consultants, and we've spent over $150 million on ads.
Quick question, why not just let us run your ads for you? If you're a coach, consultant, industry expert, author, or speaker, let's hop on a call and see if it makes sense to work together. We've helped dozens of companies scale past 6, 7, and even 8 figures, and you might just be our next success story. Just click the link in the pinned comment down below and let's see if it makes sense to work together. We look forward to the conversation. Now let's get back to the video.
So now we have our audience hooked in, and we have the right people hooked in because of the call out that we placed at the front in the hook. And now they know who we are because we've told them, and we've told them what we've been able to accomplish. And third, now we need to actually show them that we were able to accomplish it, and show them an example of someone that we accomplished the result with. So you need to layer on some proof. And then after that, you want to hit them with the call to action within the first minute or two. And basically what you can do with that is you can tie the proof into the call to action, and you can say something like, Brian took these exact same steps over 3 months ago, and now his business is at XYZ level. And so after the first call to action, you want to layer on even more proof. So hit them with even more case studies if you have them, and show them all of the people who have had success going through your program. And then after that, you can hit them with the call to action again, tying those case studies into the call to action, the final call to action. Then after your final call to action, you want to have a 10-second countdown timer and a 10-second end screen, basically saying book a call here, click the link right down below, and you'll be able to book a call with our team. You really want to hit them with that countdown timer, especially on YouTube, because otherwise their original video that they were going to watch will actually start, and they'll forget about your ad, they'll forget about your call to action. So once you have your ads actually written up and you have your videos and all of your creatives, the next step is really having a successful launch plan. And really the 2 biggest pieces that we leverage for a successful launch plan is going to be Hyros and making sure that your tech is set up correctly. So you'll want to go through and make sure you have a thorough understanding of your event tracking and make sure that all of your events are set up correctly in your respective ad platform. And then furthermore, you need to have Hyros set up. Hyros will allow you to dial all of your sales information back to the specific ads, and it'll allow you to integrate with the ad platform. It'll allow you to integrate in your PayPal or your Stripe account, and you'll basically be able to connect all of your marketing tech stack into one central location, which will allow you to really optimize your ads in a more efficient way. And you won't be just throwing spaghetti at the wall. You'll actually be able to see which ads and which ad sets what targeting options, all of these things you'll be able to see with hyper clarity using Hyros. So once you've had your ads running for about 2 to 3 weeks, usually this is about the amount of time that it takes to identify whether an ad is a winner or a loser. So in order to identify if an ad is a loser, the typical general rule of thumb that we follow is once an ad goes 2 to 3x out of KPI, we cut it. And so let's say our target KPI is a $5 cost per click, and the ad gets into the $15 to $20 cost per click range, we're going to cut that ad. But with Hyros, you're going to be able to quickly and easily identify your winning advertisements, because you'll be able to directly tie back the sales you're getting to the specific ads they came from, which is extremely powerful.
Real quick, if you're finding this video valuable, do me a favor and click the like button down below, and then click subscribe. This way we know what videos you like and want to see more of. And you'll always be notified when new videos are posted. We post new tutorials, tactics, and strategies every single week, and we don't want you guys to miss out on a single thing. Let's get back to the video.
So once you've identified your winners, it's time to come up with some more big ideas that are going to crush it for your business. Because just because you have 1 or 2 or even 3 winning ads now, those are going to fatigue, and you're going to need some more creatives to inject within to your ad campaign and your ad strategy in order to be able to create consistency within your ad buying model and make sure that you remain profitable for a long duration of time. Because if you're reliant upon one single ad creative and you don't have any other ones lined up, then if that one tanks, then your results are going to tank, and you're going to be scrambling to try and find new winning ad creatives versus taking a proactive approach and finding more winners while you have a winner, so that once this winner fatigues, you can start to plug in more and more winners. So once you have some new big ideas that you've rolled out and you found a couple more winning creatives, it's time to really start focusing on your targeting. Now we can start playing around with the variations of targeting that we're doing, and we can take the creatives that are actually winning and we can use them as our control variable. So in any experiment, it's really crucial that you have a control variable. So in this case, the audience is going to be our new hypothesis. If we test this audience, then hopefully it performs. And then our control variable is going to be the creative. So basically, when we set up our campaigns, we make sure that if we're testing a new audience, we have a winning creative. And if we set it up that way, it allows us to have a lot more certainty that, okay, we know this creative works. And if we test out this audience and it doesn't work, then we have a high level of certainty that, okay, we know this creative works across multiple different audiences, but it didn't work with this audience. And so we're pretty certain that this audience isn't going to work for us. On the other hand, if an audience actually performs, you're going to have a lot better chance that a new audience is going to perform with that control variable of a winning creative. So this is where things start to get really fun with the media buying. And once you have 8 to 10 winning creatives, 8 to 10 winning audiences, you can start to really play around with your scale campaigns, and you can get all of your tried and tested and your tried and true creatives and audiences and the best combinations that you've had that have been working really well for you, and you can pile them all into a scale campaign. And typically on Facebook, we do this and run this as a CBO campaign. And so this campaign is really going to be the surge campaign that's going to produce the most results and drive the most clients for your business. So we can take all of these winning pairs and essentially we can run them at $1,000, $2,000, $2,500 per day in order to drive more leads for your business and be able to do it economically. So once you get to the point where you're scaling your media buying account and you're getting a lot of success, like what's next? So after that, we really look at optimizing our clients' sales calendars, and we really start focusing on how can we drive even more qualified prospects to the sales calendar. Because at the end of the day, if you're hopping on with low quality leads and fence sitters and tire kickers and people with dry wallets, people with webs in their wallets, then you're not going to be making a lot of sales at the end of the day. So now it comes down to, all right, what kind of round robin sales systems can we implement in order to make sure that we're getting as many qualified leads on the calendar and kicking out as many disqualified leads on the calendar as we can possibly manage. And the final step is simply to rinse and repeat all of the steps that we just talked about. So I know rinse and repeat is a really cliche step to include, but in order to really have success with your paid advertising model, you're going to have to look at all of these steps, and you're going to have to go back to step number 1 and go deeper in your target market research, or you're going to have to create more and more ads. And so it's a continuous recycling process of these steps in order to drive more and bigger results for your business. So it's really important to understand all of these steps, and once you do, you'll be able to think a lot more strategically with your media buying, and you'll be able to easily identify which areas you need to work on within your business to drive more growth.
Hey, hope you found this video useful. Please like the video down below if you want to see more tutorials, more tactics, and more strategies just like these ones. And make sure to click subscribe so you never miss a weekly video. And make sure to leave a comment down below as well if you have any questions for my team or I, and we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Oh, and if you're a company that's spending over $10,000 per month in ad spend, and you'd like to discuss working together in order to scale your advertising, click the link down in the pinned comment or in the description, and we'll jump on a call and see if working together actually makes sense. We'll see you guys on the next one.